first hoop. Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carl.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
What do we want? Equal rights. We want them now.
The decision to have a child should not be a matter to be decided by the male-dominated legislatures.
You are each your own wild woman. May we raise and nurture wild women. We are collectively wild women. She unifies us. The voice within who is intuitive, maternal, capable, persevering. Our wild self never abandons us. Instead, she will always guide us back home. And so if you find yourself tiptoeing through minefields of tactics engineered to silence us, the wind herself, the feminine spirit, will redirect your gaze up and away from the fog, away from the fear, the obligation, the guilt, and you'll realize that you just lost sight of her. And so if you too dapple with light, if you shoot photography at night, if you sew dresses made from recycled fabrics, if you quench the thirst of your gardens, if you cook, if you dance, if you sing, or if you howl at the moon, you are nurturing your creativity. You're standing in your power. New Moon Fest Nantucket Empowering Women is an opportunity to celebrate our capacity to return to our wild self no matter how far we've strayed. Welcome to New Moon Fest, Nantucket Empowering Women.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And way over control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. 1, 2, 3 Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! ¡Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity. A legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
When you add resilient gardens to your outdoor spaces, you contribute to the long-term well-being of the island. Introduce yourself to the Nantucket Footprints virtual garden tours and find inspiration to cultivate biodiversity. The first tour of a native meadow, curated by the Nantucket Conservation Foundation, is now available for free at nantucketfootprints.org.
The board of Nantucket Youth Lacrosse and the coaches are wildly passionate about the sport of lacrosse and teaching it to Nantucket's kids. I'm Gary McCarthy, president of Nantucket Youth Lacrosse. The dedication of not only the players, but the parents and coaches to running this program is really inspiring.
So what I love about the Learn to Play program is when I show up every day, the kids are coming smiling and all they want to do is have fun.
This is my third year coaching the girls Learn to Play lacrosse team here. What I really like about it is that for those that are newer to sports, they're learning leadership skills, team building, communication. They're learning not only just how to pick up and pass and catch and shoot in lacrosse. There's so much more to be gained.
The beauty of this program is to grow the love of playing and then to grow the love of the game of lacrosse and playing the game of lacrosse.
I first got involved with Nantucket Youth Lacrosse back in 2012 when we had one U15 team, and it has grown tremendously. It has been incredible to be a part of such a program.
My passion for coaching I didn't know was there until I started. Being on the lacrosse board and helping out coaching has allowed me to kind of give back to Nantucket since it is such a wonderful community.
We're driven as a board to promote inclusiveness across social, cultural, and economic backgrounds. With your assistance, financial assistance, we've been able to do that. We've given scholarships for both registration and lacrosse equipment to over 60 kids. We've also partnered with the Nantucket Boys and Girls Club for all the first and second grade Learn to Play program and made the program completely free.
What this has done for us collectively with both teams has brought together a team spirit.
When I first moved here, I found myself kind of looking towards sports and my coaches and teammates to make relationships. But when I got on the practice field and strapped up, that's really where I took off.
It gives them an opportunity to meet their new friends that they may not see in the class all the time, have that team effort and support and friendships that are built. And it's also teaching them a new sport, which is really exciting as well.
Without the youth program, our high school team wouldn't be where we are today. A lot of that is because we've been able to bridge the gap between the youth program and the high school program. They all work together. They start working on plays when they're in U11, U13, and then they fine-tune them at U15, and it gives us the opportunity to grow.
And that's what it is. It's a pipeline. And if the bigger you can start the pipeline early, the more the high school is going to benefit in the end.
The time that they're able to spend together on the boat, on the bus, hanging out, our 50-minute game is actually an 8-hour game. These girls grow up together, they learn to work together, they learn how to travel together. It's one of the better organizations on the island, and I'm proud to say I was a part of it.
Look, this doesn't happen without you. We love the sport, we love what we're doing as a group. As I say, the board is extremely passionate, not just about lacrosse, but at building a community, a lacrosse community inside of Nantucket's community. So thank you, we're very appreciative.
first hoop. Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll launch for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp.
What do we want? Equal rights. We want them now.
The decision to have a child should not be a matter to be decided by the male-dominated legislature.
You are each your own wild woman. May we raise and nurture wild women. We are collectively wild women. She unifies us. The voice within who is intuitive, maternal, capable, persevering. Our wild self never abandons us. Instead, she will always guide us back home. And so if you find yourself tiptoeing through minefields of tactics engineered to silence us, the wind herself, the feminine spirit, will redirect your gaze up and away from the fog, away from the fear, the obligation, the guilt, and you'll realize that you just lost sight of her. And so if you too dapple with light, if you shoot photography at night, if you sew dresses made from recycled fabrics, if you quench the thirst of your gardens, if you cook, if you dance, if you sing, or if you howl at the moon, you are nurturing your creativity. You're standing in your power. New Moonfest Nantucket Empowering Women is an opportunity to celebrate our capacity to return to our wild self no matter how far we've strayed. Welcome to New Moonfest, Nantucket Empowering Women.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
He's got it! He's got it!
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
My name is Sheila Lucy. I'm Nantucket Harbor Master and the Director of the Nantucket Lifeguard Program. We're going to offer you some beach safety tips today. My tip is always swim near a lifeguard, pay attention to the signs and the flags, and know what beach access you are at.
Hi, I'm Shane Carey. I'm the Assistant Harbor Master and full-time lifeguard. My safety tip is avoid swimming alone and avoid swimming after dusk.
Hi, I'm Squire. I'm an assistant harbor master out here on Nantucket as well as a full-time lifeguard. And my safety tip is to know your limitations and pick the best beach conditions for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Kevin, lifeguard supervisor. My safety tip is if you need help in the water, raise your hand above your head and signal for help.
My name's Justin. I'm a lifeguard supervisor, and my beach safety tip is to learn rip current safety and talk to the lifeguards at your beach to gain knowledge.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm a Nantucket lifeguard, and my beach safety tip is that alcohol and swimming never mix.
I'm Noah, and I'm a Nantucket lifeguard. My beach safety tip is to always enter the water feet first.
Hi, I'm Ethan Coggins. I'm a lifeguard supervisor. My beach safety tip is that Nantucket is a fragile ecosystem. Leave only footprints on the beach. Never leave your trash behind.
I'm JV and I'm a beach lifeguard. My tip for the day is to beat the heat and block the sun.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm a beach lifeguard, and my tip for the day is to designate a person to watch the water.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC.
Mind picture of a drug addict. You're down and out, not somebody you want in the house. But they're our neighbors, they're our relatives, they're our friends.
I still regret not taking that warning like I probably should have.
I truly believe the lowest point of despair is the preventable loss of one's child.
If you have an addiction issue, I want to be able to take care of you. It is an equal opportunity problem.
Need help? Visit addictionsolutionsnantucket.com.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up. It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
When you add resilient gardens to your outdoor spaces, you contribute to the long-term well-being of the island. Introduce yourself to the Nantucket Footprints virtual garden tours and find inspiration to cultivate biodiversity. The first tour of a native meadow, curated by the Nantucket Conservation Foundation, is now available for free at nantucketfootprints.org.
Good morning, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We're coming to you live from Vito Capizzo Stadium for today's varsity boys lacrosse game as your reigning Division IV state champion Nantucket Whalers host the Whitman-Hanson Panthers in a matchup of the very first game of the season off island. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside the nitty-gritty crew today, baby. We got Sean Davis hanging out, running the whole show. Behind the scenes, he'll be your eyes on the field. Always happy to be hanging out with Sean Davis. And of course, my partner in crime, our resident Laxnut. It's the lacrosse royalty, Sir Hammy Hurd, will be joining me here in just a moment. The Whalers look to rebound from a loss here at home to Falmouth on Tuesday afternoon. The final was 8-2, dropping their record to 8-5 overall. The Panthers have had some tough sledding along with the loss to the Whalers to begin the season. They're still looking for their first win of the season in general. So before we get to our game preview, I do want to take a moment here and thank our founding underwriter for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Nantucket Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
first hoop. Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. Well, welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as the boys continue their pregame warm-ups here. Nantucket dominated the first matchup here between the Panthers and the Whalers, winning off-island 12-0 to open the season. Aaron Hanlon and Miles Bodette each had 3 goals. Tyler Miller added a couple more and a couple of assists to lead the attack offensively. That was 12 games ago, but we still expect those 3 to lead the way offensively. Whalers will once again be out without the talents of Nolan Moskrop and David Cirillo, out with some shoulder injuries. And fortunately, however, for head coach Sam Aloisi, he may be able to rest some other guys as well, as the Panthers come in still winless. That's, of course, a bit presumptuous because you still got to go out and do your job. You still got to get the X done, still got to put the ball in the net. However, if the Whalers do play their game, if they can control the pace, if they can be as dominant as they have in many games defensively, they should get that done. So let's just bring him in here. Our resident Lax Nut, of course, Hammy Hurd. Always good to hang out with you, my friend. Looks like the rain's going to actually hold off for us here today. Give me a player or two, maybe even somebody that's not starting, that you think could make a difference here today. I mean, obviously they're playing a team that hasn't won a game. But you still got to get out there and do it.
Just seeing Suge in the net warming up, like he had his game face on, was awesome to see, and love to see him get in the game. And you never know, if Jeremy ever gets hurt, having that number 2 goalie ready to go, and he exactly,
real quick.
Exactly. And he, in the warm-ups when they were warming up, he took a little ding that sent him down for a little while. He's right back in though. But seeing,
I would not be surprised if he got some second half activity, certainly.
Seeing Andrick's development has been so awesome. I want to see, really for me, I want to see them challenge themselves as a team. They know, this team has had a difficult schedule. Yeah. They haven't won a game. But in saying that, I just think that Nantucket has the talent to really control this game.
Yeah.
And for them to challenge themselves and get the stick in the left hand and do all the things and use that dodge you've been working on in practice. Just push yourself to prepare yourself for the real season, which is coming up right around the corner, and get yourself in that mindset.
Yeah, he's standing right in front of us here, number 16. I look for him to get some good reps. Kaiden Whitfield, obviously he's taken over for the injured David Cirillo.
That's another one.
And he could really kind of get some good reps in here today.
100%.
Because the Whalers should put the ball in the net. We also need to talk about, obviously we're getting into the nitty-gritty of the MIA power rankings, getting situated. They are number 4 still.
So great.
Because of their strength of schedule. They have like the 4th strongest
they've only lost to the best teams.
4 of their 5 losses have come to Nauset and Falmouth, which of course sit 2 and 3 in Division 3, a division up from us. The other one was to Cohasset off island, a depleted lineup, but nonetheless still the number 1 team in Division 4. So they have faced an incredibly tough schedule. The Cayman Islands League is just tough, man. It's just
Andrick Mooney getting the stick in his left hand. Love it.
It's a hard schedule. But I look for Kaiden to really hone in his skills here today and see if he can really take over the X. Because we don't know how long David's going to be out for as well. It's just one of those things where it's, kind of day to day, week to week. But, eventually we're going to have to get him back for the playoffs. Again, Whalers are really close with Manchester Essex, 4-5. And if those two switch, obviously we would have to go off island for that game if it came down to it. But
so the 4th seed is guaranteed 1 home game?
3 home games if they win them out.
Oh God, okay.
So they could play all 3, up until the Elite 8. The Elite 8 game would be here in lacrosse. Again, they switched it for hockey because we goofed that up with the sandwich game or whatever it was. So they switched that. But I think in lacrosse you still get 3 home games. it'll be at least 2 home games, barring a major upset.
It's funny. It's a little off topic, but it's just so strange.
As you can see, Hank the Whaler joining us here today. Love to see you, Hank. Go Whalers. Here we go. Getting a W today, baby. Love it. Love it. And hopefully you are enjoying your wine festival weekend wherever you're joining us from here in the world. Of course, Whalers Nation International because of the YouTube. And again, it's one of those games that you can't overlook per se, but it's an opportunity to almost have like a game practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do things, work that 2-man game, work all the things you've been working on in practice to get better, because you need to use those to win that last game of the season. That's it. I want these kids
they can sit some guys and get some younger kids some opportunity at the varsity
and then
level.
have them challenge themselves too, and you never know.
Totally. So for head coach Tyler Sabins, his Panthers squad obviously has faced some serious powerhouse. That line, that schedule that they have, there is absolutely no cupcake. I looked through all of them, and they play in Division II, so there's just a lot of tough teams that they have lined up with, not for a lack of effort, of course. They do have a youthful group, just 3 seniors on the squad, so they're going to have extra special efforts from Captain Finn Olszewski, Ronan Cafferty on defense, and Dominic Versace. They got some great names on this lineup. I can't wait to get into it. All co-captains for the Panthers, of course. Junior Victor Marquez will try and stop the Whalers' attack in net, and the defensive unit obviously just going to have to communicate at a high level to try and slow down a very versatile offensive unit of Nantucket. So we'll see. Hey, stranger things have happened. I hope it doesn't happen. Obviously, Whalers in the position to take care of business here. So we'll be right back here on the NSC and NCTV. We've got live lacrosse from Vito Capizzo Stadium coming right up.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Once again, I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. As you can see, the boys getting their final instructions from the Stripes. And a little gray lady, a little fog rolling in here.
Fog is rolling through.
As you may or may not be able to see, but light winds today, should be intermittent sun, some clouds, maybe some rain later on. That's my weather report for today. Thanks very much for joining us here.
Nice arm movement.
Thanks,
buddy.
buddy.
Showing the country.
Yeah, good. Right here. So much, not so much here. It's a little bit over here. All right, Whalers Nation, here we go. We've got some brunch lacrosse for you here on Wine Festival weekend. Hopefully you are enjoying your weekend. And we're happy to be here. We'll be back at it on Monday. Monomoy comes and pays us a visit. The girls in a reschedule game. Once again, we get a couple days reprieve after beating
Come on.
Monomoy yesterday.
Stay with it. Stay with it.
8-4 was the final. Still battling for the ball here as okay.
Alternating possession.
Okay.
Nantucket's gets this.
We'll take it.
But Whitman-Hanson will get them if it happens again, though.
Mooney backs it out, and the Whalers own the first possession.
When that fog lifts, you can feel that heat right now, too.
Immediately.
Stay with it.
Tough pass. Let's see if they can work out some things here. Jake Grant with a slippery pass, handled.
Getting their first reps around.
Just underway here on the NSC and NCTV as the Whalers look to pick up victory number 9. Pass in, Hanlon, quick shot, score! Great pass. As you were talking about that two-man game. Hanlon with a catch and shoot. Great hand action there, stick action.
That was awesome.
So 54 seconds in, the Whalers post the first goal. It's Aaron Hanlon from Jake Grant. And it'll be Whitfield back in the X.
Nice. Great play. That is smart.
Face-off one. Good job by number 16 to grab the control of it and flip it over to a friend.
Handling the Springer going in.
So Whalers with a 1-0 lead and the possession of the ball. A couple minutes into play here. A nice conglomerate of folks from Whitman-Hanson across the way, as well as the Whalers fans stroming in here. Bodette flips it back. Good run by Mooney. Gains some space. He gets it back. Avoids one.
Go lefty.
Pass in. Low shot. Score.
Great feed right in the middle of the
shot
field.
from Hanlon. And a good pass. Andrick Mooney picks up the assist.
Great play.
And the Whalers move ahead 2-0. So speaking of the playoffs, obviously I talked to Coach Eloisi down below. You saw me chat with him about a couple things. One of those things was that he's, unfortunately now they have to play the point game. So he's like, we got to win by 7. We got to win by 7. The pressure on that part of it now becomes one of those things in the back of your mind. So the Whalers have won 3 face-offs here. Nice defense and nicely done by Hanlon. Comes in the game and scoops it up on their own.
For Aaron Hanlon.
Pass behind the net. Whalers getting it set up here. Good reverse back by Grant. Whalers already up 2-0 and once again have possession of the ball. Miller on the right side flips it back. Nice catch.
Nice grab.
Top of the zone. Whalers reverse field. And good patience as they get a play called out here. Plenty of space. Panthers matching up man-to-man. There's a move by Bodette.
Yes.
Powers through one. Shot in front.
Great.
Save.
Great stick skills, though.
Oh, nice effort to dive for the ball. Got to respect that.
Here you
I believe
go.
that was Aiden Murphy, number 10 on
That
defense.
pass is a little up. That's a goal.
Recovers. Hanlon thought about it. He's already scored twice here in the early moments. Again, got to congratulate our girls squad. They went off island for their 3rd game in 3 days and defeated CCA. Nice spin move there.
Great roll dodge.
Stringer in front. Oh,
Great
nice
stick
defense.
check sticks. Nice.
Miller able to recover. I'll get back to my thought on that one as Jake Grant puts it in front. Ooh, tough spot. Whalers able to recover. And you can reach over that line, can't go through it.
Yeah.
Bodette loses it.
See, that's
Miles number 6,
Miles
Dominic
needs to roll
Versace.
back
Here's a
there.
shot and a score. Wow.
It's
great shot by Olszewski. Again, he was the co-captain, one of the tri-captains. Olszewski got it from Versace.
Great rip. When you're getting that kind of pressure, you just roll right back. Just flip back around, and you've got him beat towards the goal. He's going to be behind you.
Wide open right in front of goaltender Jeremy Jenkinson.
Something to work on. That's what it's all about.
And the quick transition, Versace to Olszewski, and the Panthers climb back into this thing. 7:49 to go. It's 2-1. Whitfield gains the face-off, avoids
space. Nice.
A couple. And a little bit of lazy pass there, and it'll be, nice save. But right to one of the Panthers, that's number 2, Wes Peterson on defense with the long pole.
Great defense by Jake.
That should be Whalers, yep. Again, hope is one of those things you cannot give a team that's playing from the underdog role. So the Whalers got to stick to their guns. Here's Canton Jenkinson on the run. Passes in front, shot, score!
That's got to be
beautiful pass.
A great deal of self-discipline on that long stick man's part to not take that shot and to see the open man. That's awesome.
So who punched it in? I couldn't see the number.
That was Jake Grant.
Jake Grant with his goal. He's got a goal and assist. Great pass with the long stick from Mr. Canton Jenkinson. And he is the twin of goaltender Jeremy Jenkinson. 7:16 to go now, 3-1 Whalers as they answer the goal from the Panthers. Nice job. As Whitfield scoops.
Nice, that's no.
And errant pass scooped up by Mooney.
Come on.
There we go. Mooney back to Jake Johnson. Waits a couple of friends. Tyler Miller sprints on. And the Whalers get the play called out. 6:50 and counting here in the first quarter. Whalers up 3-1. 2 goals by Hanlon, and Jake Grant just found the net. Some good transition. The assist going to Canton
watch
Jenkinson.
that Ward.
Good defense.
To me, that's a push from behind almost.
Yeah. But they award Whitman-Hanson the ball again. I believe that was Ronan Cafferty with the play. Roll out. And Hanson will attack. That's Olszewski. He scored the lone goal for the Panthers here. Quinn Frazier back to the top of the zone, awaits the final cog in the offensive machine for the Panthers.
Marco Lasciusa going on the field right now to play attack. Good to see him out there.
Good D, tough pass, intercepted, and flag goes down. That's got to be a trip / something.
Another flag.
2 flags on the field, so we'll stop the clock.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't see the second official. You got 2 flags.
So number 30, Olszewski, trotting off like he knew he did something. But we'll see.
So 5 on 5.
So 5 on 5 as Noah Stringer called for some chatting after the fact. Unfortunately, not talking about where they're going to have pizza later on. And it will be Panthers ball because they had possession when the penalty occurred, I believe, because it went out of bounds.
Whose ball?
It'll be Panthers ball. He's got it up top there. So 3-1 our score, 5:45 as the clock commences here. Some 5 on 5, a lot of space for the offense to commence 1 minute on both the penalties. So we'll see if Hanson can take advantage here of a little space. Whitfield, good defense so far. Pass goes through Jenkinson, gets to it. Oh, and it went in the net off of his stick.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Hey, that ground, though, too, I think that had something to do with it. Let's.
It hit his stick.
Gotta go to the YouTube for the instant replay.
And Hanson pulls back to within 3-2. That was actually defenseman Dominic Versace credited with the goal. So 32 seconds left on the penalties.
Tough, getting slashed and then having to serve out the penalty.
Right.
Here we go. Let's see what happened here with the shot.
Whitfield.
Oh,
gains the possession on the hold. And the Whalers can now operate 5-on-5. I look for number 4 to operate right here.
Let's just
He's
see
got
some
wheels
control.
beyond
Good
most.
passes.
Gets through one. Hanlon with 10 seconds to go on the penalties. And it looks like the Whalers will be content in running this one out and getting Noah Stringer back on the offensive set. Off the stick of Bodette, he gathers quickly. And it's actually Jake Johnson finishing off the offensive set for this possession.
Jake, next time.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left. 3-2, Whalers with the lead. They were up 2-0. Low shot.
But hey, man
Miller's
back.
there.
What the heck? That's a
from
very
deep
long shot. That's a
for Mooney.
Carl Anthony Towns
Yeah,
three-pointer.
Totally. Well, kudos to your Knicks. They took care of business last night like no other team. Holy smokes, 38-point win. And Hanson comes away with the turnover here. Let's see if they can transition in. And
we got a fast break going on here.
Timeout call, nicely done by Coach.
Got a little free
Sabins
shot
there
after the timeout.
So it'll be a quick timeout. We'll keep it here as we got plenty to talk about. Obviously, playoffs coming up here for both the boys and girls lacrosse. It looks as if they will both host at least one, certainly one game, and then barring an upset, 2 games for the girls and hopefully 3 games for the boys if they can stay up in that top 4 position. And Essex right behind them in points. So we'll have to see. They don't play a whole lot of. They don't play anybody good coming in. Essex doesn't, so they won't gain any points as far as their strength of schedule. It'll have to be by margin. As will the Whalers. Obviously, they've got the Vineyard, who they handled pretty easily in the early parts of the season, and Monomoy, which they also defeated. And again, this Whitman-Hanson team, obviously, they defeated 12-0 to open the season. So. Got to take care of some business. Hopefully they can get a couple guys healthy here as well.
And, in just today's game, Whitman-Hanson just has come to play.
Yeah.
And they're making plays, and they are not going to go gently into that good night.
Yeah.
They took that boat for a reason, and the Whalers just need to throw some ropes and put every pass in the box and
absolutely
control this game. They're playing well on the face-off, which is great for Kaiden. Great to see that, and just get down to business here.
But yeah, silly goal to begin things on the defensive transition. Just can't leave a guy wide open on the doorstep like that. Olszewski, probably one of the easier goals he scored all season. And then they got a little bit lucky on that second one with a play that Jeremy normally makes. But again, can't give a team that's playing as the underdog hope. And right now, I think Whitman-Hanson has hope. Clock starts with 3:50 to go here off the timeout. Save the possession. Here's Olszewski, swings it to Andrew Evans, number 13. He gives it up to Beltramini. That's one of those fun names we
Daniel
get to say.
Bouchard's out on the field playing.
So good movement. Here's a low shot
midi.
blocked. Yates chases after it. unable to get to it quick enough. It was Beltramini, the 3, able to get to it first. Little pass handled by number 17, Quinn Frazier. And here's Olszewski. He's going to make a move to the middle. No space, good double.
He's got some
off the hands. Oh, nice stick work to tip it and grab it. Canton Jenkinson showing off his skills, avoids another one.
Find a friend.
Nope, no need. He's going to take it all the way, and he will gain the zone with the long pole.
Come on.
Whips it.
Nice. Hey,
nice
he made
rope
that pass. Great.
behind the net. Oh,
Nice roll by Jake.
Hamlin in front.
Look at the space. Keep moving, Jake. Oh, they want to slow it down.
And again, Danny Bouchard on that transition play. Good job by him. Number 34. And it'll be Miller getting it here on the right side. He'll make a move. Swing it back to Grant behind the net. Let's find a home right there. Mooney. Miller makes a move. Sprints past one. Gets it through. Stop made. Flipped in front. Oh, nearly out of midair. So,
are they riding?
Good save once again as we approach 2 minutes to go here. Still just a 3-2 lead for the Whalers.
Nice grab.
That's Quinn Frazier, number 17.
What do we got? That's
a ward there by Frazier. Clock stopped momentarily. Let's see if the Whalers can get one in here right before the
that's a slash
end of the first quarter.
Over a ward that Whitman-Hanson just got called on.
Right. Mooney switches hands. Good left. Grant behind the net. Gets it reset up.
Boom.
Good shot, Johnson scores!
Great
Jake
cut.
Johnson finds the net on a nice pass from Noah Stringer. And the Whalers take advantage of that final, another possession here. And
yeah, I didn't really see that ward that Whitman-Hanson got called on. He was handling the stick very, very well with 3 guys around him, and
how are you going to get through it without making a move?
But then the whack that it was either Jake or Miles took on the hand is free.
Nice.
And he's getting.
Pass goes in front. Oh, nearly
tough.
Tipped.
Let's see this ride.
Hit some dust.
They're calling a certain
Jake Grant unable to
style of
handle
ride here. Let's see what their ride is doing.
Let's go.
It's kind of a zone ride.
Ball goes all the way through. Olszewski unable to play it cleanly.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. We got a goalie
Jeremy
clear.
Jenkinson on the run. Gets it across the midfield stripe. Pass in front. Jake Grant unable to handle it cleanly, but gathers. Looks for some help. Stringer was cutting through. But they'll settle it in as Tyler Miller finishes off the offensive set with 45 seconds to play. First quarter, Whalers up 4-2.
Nice.
Hanlon rolls through one, whips it and hammers it home with a lightning bolt.
Absorbing that blow and just feeding it into the energy that he used on the shot. That was special. That was a great shot.
An absolute laser from just inside the offensive.
You call that
line there.
Kinesthetic sense.
Yes, love it.
Great kinesthetic sense. It's the technical term, but that was just awesome.
That's why we pay you the big bucks, baby, right there with words like that. 5-2 now, Whalers with the lead. They still got 30 seconds to operate here. Whitfield. Oh, tough pass. Just didn't get to the person.
Come on.
Didn't get to the box. So
Let's see
clock
this
stops
ride.
with 22 seconds.
They're running a new ride, it looks like. They're putting some pressure. I am all about just applying.
Off the stick. Picked up. Shot. Oh,
chase it.
Clock stops with 9 seconds. But it'll be Whitman-Hanson to put it in. Let's see if Gilman type activity happens here.
That's exactly what's happening. He's going to just take a shot, actually.
And
that's a shot.
Over.
Jeremy runs after it.
And we've come to the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. We played 12 minutes. Whalers hold a 5-2 lead. Come on back. We've got quarter number 2 right after the break.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome back to live action here. As you can see, quarter number 2 getting underway.
Noah
Stringer in the X. Love that. But it's Hanson.
Go, fight for it,
Trying to get to it. Flip back in.
Nice, that was
good scoop there by number
smart
6,
play.
Versace, one of
Heads
the
up
senior
play.
co-captains. He loses it, however.
That's it.
Flipped ahead. Tipped ahead by
the
Ken
space.
Jenkinson with some surgery there on the ground. And he whips it in. Oh, just wide.
Might as well take a go.
He was
You
gonna
got
try
a
and
man
whip it.
going back.
After he passed it on the first one. I think he earned the right to shoot one. But a slight hesitation.
Let's see a good solid
threw the
offensive
shot just
possession.
wide. So 5-2 the Whalers with the lead here through 1. Again, a little bit of a couple of sloppy goals let in. One completely unlucky. And one just bad transition on defense as Olszewski found himself right in front of Jenkinson and was able to net it. 3 goals already scored by Aaron Hanlon, Jake Johnson, and Jake Grant. The Jakes, each with a single tally. Jake's also got a great assist. 4 assists on the 5-goal shot. Save made. Nice save.
That's a far distance.
And that is the freshman, Brady Johnson, actually in net for the Panthers. Oh, tough
Great
catch.
grab.
Nicely done, Quinn Alexander on the run. Battles a couple of guys. And will not gain the zone. Flag down as it's a little
is that
too
a push or
aggressive.
a cross they're going to call? I wonder.
So clock will stop at 10:22. Cross check they called.
$16 coming in. Guiding on the defensive man down unit.
Head on swivel! Get up here! Hey, wide! Let's go, D! Sticks up! Sticks up!
So Hanson with the player advantage here.
And this is an opportunity to climb back in.
5-2, still 40 seconds left on the penalty. Shot.
Lucky
Whizzes
there.
wide. Deflected.
That ball got hung up in his stick.
Yeah.
He had time, space, and room on that one.
Still 20 seconds for the Panthers to operate with the man up. Pass in front.
Right on top.
Good
Nice.
deep.
Great
goes
defense.
high.
Great defense by Mr. Yates.
And the penalty is expired. As you can see, Daniel Bouchard sprinting in to double team the ball and call for a penalty. Are you kidding me? That can't be a slash.
Nice stick check.
And finally the clock will stop.
They called a slash on it. Noah Stringer going in on the man down unit.
So Bouchard called for, what was it,
A
finally?
slash. It was a slash. It was called a slash.
Didn't look like much, honestly. So back-to-back penalties here on the Whalers as Bouchard gets a little word of encouragement, as I think Coach Aloisi agrees with us, that was not a penalty. That was just as much a penalty right there. Yates with a little smack, you know what I mean?
The objectiveness of this game on the men's and the women's side.
There's a pass in front, nice catch. Here's an opportunity, Quinn Alexander, save
Nice
made!
save by Jeremy.
It was all the way to midfield.
That is like having a seventh man. Look at
and
this.
Cam
Look at
Jenkinson
this, look
all
at
the way
this.
from the defensive
Look at the trailer.
end.
Yes, great,
oh, what
great.
a pass, Bodette. Backs it out as they can use some clock here. Nice grab by Stringer, and he gets leveled. Thank you. So some aggressive play will
make Nantucket be man up.
Throw a little laundry on the field as number 21, Joao Jardim.
Dynamite. Stick handling
As you can
by
probably
Ken
hear right there,
Jenkinson.
1
oh my
minute.
God, that was awesome.
Yeah.
What a great little flip pass backwards.
So Bouchard's got 9 seconds left on his penalty, so it'll be 5-on-5. And then the Whalers will get a man up here. As we're under 8 minutes to play in the second, Whalers up 5-2. I say it like that because they should be up more on a team that hasn't won a game. But this Hanson team has come to play, as we've mentioned. Tyler Miller launches one. Grant's there, and we'll put it in quickly. 37 seconds left on the man up for the Whalers. Stringer.
Okay, let's
Over
give it
to
a Tyler
Hanlon.
again. Okay, let's get another one.
Miller.
Let's get close and bounce it a
Hanlon,
little closer.
two-man game. Hanlon gets hit on his shot, but Grant also there again. Third opportunity here. Hanlon. Same play. Miller gets smacked in the head. No call. And Hanson will put it in. Tough pass. Canton unable to make the play. Flipped up ahead, shorthanded opportunity. Ooh, just missed connections as it bounces. Jenkinson out of net. So the penalties are expired. The Whalers and Jeremy Jenkinson with possession of the ball and a 5-2 lead, looking to clear. Oh, just nifty moves. Aaron pass. Oh,
Right
nice, Johnny, on the spot
that.
there. Jake Grant, but loses it. And the pass goes into
Nice
the net.
play by Whitman-Hanson. That was a smart.
Crafty.
Using the goalie as another player.
Crafty.
I mean, the goal is another player.
And again, just a freshman in net, so
There you go. Keep pushing him. They can get this 20 seconds, and he just sends up a
Deep,
Gilman.
Gilman.
That's a wounded duck right there. Go
He's
fire
out of
that
net.
ball. Put that in. Put that in. This is that
tough pass.
Getting a little
bouncing.
sloppy here. In
undisciplined.
a lot of colleges now are doing a 10-man ride, and it leaves the goal completely open.
Right.
And players are scoring from the far box.
Right.
Getting
Pushed
a great
out.
shot off.
Again, that's got to be a slash if the other one was a slash. Glad it's not, but Hanson spritz in. That's Matthew Skasha, number 5. And up top it goes.
Come on, defense!
5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Whalers with a 5-2 lead, but
Both teams
Panthers
playing a
have
little
given them
sloppy.
everything they need to handle here. Sidearm pass goes off the stick. That'll be a turnover on the Panthers. Whalers get the ball. Deep pass
Come on,
from
make it,
Canton
make it, make
Jenkinson.
it.
Bounces over one, and right there is Mooney.
Come on, find the open man.
Gets
Somebody
it to Grant
you know
behind the
people
net.
are open.
Bodette swings it back. Stringer swings it.
Oh, come on.
Nice roll dodge. Grant. Low angle shot. Finds
Too
the
tight.
side
Too
of the
tight of
net.
an angle.
Nearly found it. Again, Brady Johnson, the goaltender, almost looked like he thought it was in.
See, that's a great, when Andrick had the ball there, that's a great opportunity for him
Off
to
the
take
stick
a lefty
and
shot.
out of bounds. Lazy turnover there, and the Whalers get it.
His hands were totally free, and just go for it. He had a man backing him up. Just let it rip.
But went with the unselfish play as Jake Grant was able to get the shot off. Just missed the corner. And here's Bodette on the left side. He'll swing it back to the top of the zone, and Tyler Miller. Miller makes a move around. Tough pass goes in, and Johnson able to scoop up the easy bounce. And we'll look for somebody to clear. Pass goes to midfield. Bodette with the interception. Whalers got numbers. 4-on-2. Bodette shoots and scores. That's what you're talking
That's a
about.
gift.
Just let it rip, baby.
And when you're giving a gift like that, that ball was right there, right in the stick. And look, okay, I'll shoot this.
Right? And number 9 let it rip and gets it past Johnson for the 6th goal of the afternoon for the Whalers. They hold a 6-2 lead with 4 minutes even on the clock. Again, sun poking in and out of the high clouds and some low clouds as well. Flipped behind, and the Whalers able to scoop.
Okay, keep moving, watch your back. That's it,
Jake
exactly.
Johnson able to sprint to
Jets
that corner
on. Don't
and
ward.
gains the advantage. He sprints in, shot,
Nice.
scores with the left. Jake Johnson with a great individual effort, and he's got 2 goals on the
That was
afternoon.
like
Whalers
weaving and swishing and dishing.
and good, just individual effort. Sprints to the sideline, stays in bounds, and shows us the eagle. Fly, Eagles fly.
He gets a stick in his left hand, but it lives in his left hand.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, it's
It was
awesome.
a switch nonetheless.
Oh, 100%. No, the running back aspect of dodging and what he just did right there. Finding that space.
Bouchard able to scoop. Finds. And that's just a bad pass. Trying to do too much, pass all the way across the field by Miles Bodette. Too tall for Andrick Mooney. And the Whalers turn it over.
Just got to take a look.
7-2 now the score, however. The Whalers have ripped off 2 goals here in the second quarter. Deep pass, bounces, and
Nice. Nantucket ball.
done. Once again, Canton Jenkinson just showing his stick skills with that
Two
long
players.
pole. Great catch by Hanlon
Okay,
on the
come on, gotta find the
run.
open man.
Ripped. Whoa.
Chase it. Hey, what the heck?
Look out.
A little bit of whip.
All the way to the basketball field.
Suja's car just got it.
Somebody got it. Whalers with possession, however. Miller avoids one. Space.
That's
shot
it.
scores!
Yes, that overhand shot. Love that.
And the Whalers have opened it up with 3 in a row here.
So effective.
Now an 8-2 lead. With 2:54 technically on the clock. So 3 goals in a matter of just a couple of minutes.
And they need to, for the rating, they need more goals.
They need to win by 7. They need to win by 7. You can't. They get no more points if it's by 10 or anything more than 7. But 7 is it.
7's the magic number.
7's the number.
That's a push from behind.
Nice job by Ben Yates, battling for it. And Hanson flips it out. That's Whalers' ball. Good job by number 32 there. Jake Johnson sprints it into the zone. He gets a little, hey, how you doing? So good job by number 32, Ben Yates, to gain the possession after a good scrum. Nice catch by Stringer off the shoe
Paxton
tops.
Finch is going in on the defensive side.
Again, could be one of those games where Coach Aloisi is able to mix in the whole lineup here. Get some younger kids in. Nice roll by Johnson. Or Bodette, I should say, excuse me. Mooney, low shot,
Nice.
scores! A rip from about 25 feet out.
Well, that is an old school bounce shot.
Right?
Especially with all that dust coming around. That's a shot out of the 70s right there.
I've got Mooney with a goal and an assist already, unofficial on the assist part. But the Whalers now open up a 9-2 lead. And they have
we were at
4
7
goals here in the second quarter and have not let one in. First
nice win by
face-off one by number 8 there.
Whitman-Hanson.
Jackson Alexander, I should say. Alexander gets to it.
Great swipe.
And
great recovery
stays
by
with it.
Whitman-Hanson.
Double teamed and a flag down.
Where is it a slash that he just called?
And Whalers touch that. No whistle stops it, so this could be a 2-for-1 here as Beltramini.
But I just
battles.
I didn't see whatever he called.
Fitch out there on defense, as Hammy noted. Here's Alexander with a run, pass in front, shot.
Great. Yes. Oh my God.
What a save. Wow, saves the and one there.
The top hand speed that he's got is just
and incredible instincts. So it'll be Canton Jenkinson taking a seat for a minute. And just over a minute left here in the second quarter. 9-2 our lead. Whalers with their third penalty off the stick. And nice catch by. Timeout white call. They give it to him just before he loses it. So Nick Yates able to pick it out of the air, and Coach Aloisi wisely uses a timeout to save the possession.
That's great.
And they get to use some clock here, down a man with 48 seconds left on it. What an incredible save by Jenkinson on that point-blank shot, though.
Off the hook.
It's just unbelievable.
It really
Next
is.
level stuff for sure.
It's having a 13th man on the field.
It's used an ultimate equalizer.
I mean, a 7th man on the field.
So the Whalers have opened it up here a bit in the second quarter, scoring 4 goals. And that magic number of 7 is where we're at. Got to hold on here. Again, 48 seconds left, so plenty of time on the penalty for Whitman-Hanson to operate. But they'll have to turn the ball. They'll have to turn the Whalers over if they're going to get another shot off here. And just 53 seconds left in the first half clock. So again, want to congratulate Jamie Lower, Coach Lower, and her crew for running through 3 games in 3 days. They beat CCA, Bridgewater Raymond right here, and then went off island the next day to defeat Monomoy. 2 of those games off island. They won 8-4 against Monomoy yesterday. They get a little bit of rest today and tomorrow, and they're back at it again on Monday. Unbelievable run.
It's just a
13
marathon.
games in 26 days is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, 3 of those games were rescheduled because of weather, but nonetheless, a tough run and just gritty character. 5 guys around Aaron Hanlon, and he loses
Finally.
it. And timeout called by Hanson.
41 seconds.
Save the possession. So they do turn it over and get 35 seconds on the penalty. Good job by Coach Sabins to save the possession. We'll take a break here on this one and come on back with the remainder of the first half. 41 seconds left. Whalers up 9-2. First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for 3. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. Coming out of a timeout here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. Good job by Coach Sabins to save the possession. Now his boys have 35
He learned that trick
seconds.
from
Of course,
Sam.
yeah. Sam's an expert at that for sure. He was just waiting to call timeout to save the possession.
Let's see them play some tight D here and finish this quarter out.
25 seconds left on the penalty, so man up for Hanson. Good
Oh,
pass,
hands
shot,
free.
score. Wow. Just like that, and Olszewski's got his second goal of the afternoon.
Give and go.
Good execution on the offense, little give and go. So 26 seconds left on the game clock.
He is, number 31, is a body. He's got a
30, yeah, it's 30.
Oh, is it
31
30?
is too, but the 30 is Olszewski. He's one of the co-captains, senior Finn. Has the 2 goals scored.
He's got a
Yeah, he's a
rip.
big dude. He's got a next level style body for
that
lacrosse.
ball
for sure.
was in and out so quickly.
Stringer with some thievery there.
Come on, come on, come on, come
Pass
on.
up top and gathered
Just a
by
little.
Johnson, and he'll quickly get it up to midfield. That's 31. Nice spin. 10 seconds to go for Hanson. Pass in
Wide
front.
hand
Shot
free.
just wide.
Lucky there.
Oof. As you can see, the Hanson group looking for that one.
Yep.
4 seconds, 3,
2.
tipped away, and
They're
that
gonna get
should
away.
do it as the horn will sound.
9-3 though.
We've hit zeros at the half here. The Whalers have played themselves to a 9-3 lead, but Hanson scored 3 times here, so the Whalers are going to have to stymie up on defense and put a couple more goals up here if they can reach that magic number of a 7-goal game. Again, still plenty of time for Hanson to mount an incredible comeback, but we're looking for our Whalers to bust this thing open here in the second
when
half.
shots like that give and go that just happened show that they've got.
Yeah.
You know, it's in their
I mean,
wheelhouse
they scored
and in
4
the tool
times
bag.
against Falmouth
Exactly.
in the game. I saw they lost 11-4, and we
Yep.
only scored twice. So
Yep.
they've got talent on that team. It's just a
Right
matter
there.
of-
It's that
of,
just they keep on figuring out that little spot to get those hands free.
Yeah, totally. We'll take a
And-
break here in the NSC and NCTV. Come back with the second half. Whalers up 9-3 after 24 minutes.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
should not be a matter to be decided by the male-dominated legislature.
You are each your own wild woman. May we raise and nurture wild women. We are collectively wild women. She unifies us. The voice within who is intuitive, maternal, capable, persevering. Our wild self never abandons us. Instead, she will always guide us back home. And so if you find yourself tiptoeing through minefields of tactics engineered to silence us, the wind herself, the feminine spirit, will redirect your gaze up and away from the fog, away from the fear, the obligation, the guilt, and you'll realize that you just lost sight of her. And so if you too dapple with light, if you shoot photography at night, if you sew dresses made from recycled fabrics, if you quench the thirst of your gardens, if you cook, if you dance, if you sing, or if you howl at the moon, you are nurturing your creativity. You are standing in your power. New Moonfest Nantucket Empowering Women is an opportunity to celebrate our capacity to return to our wild self no matter how far we've strayed. Welcome to New Moonfest, Nantucket Empowering Women.
Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler! 1, 2, 3 Whalers! Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler Pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler Pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp. I want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as the boys get set for the second half. 9-3, the Whalers with the lead. But Hanson's been game today. I'll tell you what.
When they put it together,
3-2.
they got great athletes.
Yeah.
And both teams are playing a little sloppy.
Yeah. And that bodes well for Hanson because they've got to, if the Whalers run their offense and have crisp passes, they certainly are the more talented
They just
team,
showed
I have to
it.
say overall. But again, this is a Division II team. This is a big school. I mean, they've got lots of
playing
kids, lots
tough
of athletes.
teams all year.
They have played a bunch of tough teams, up to and including the Whalers twice. Falmouth, another one on that schedule. But they play a big, they play a Division II schedule. So their strength of schedule was number 8, I believe it was, in all of Division II, despite being ranked 43rd. They haven't won a game. It's amazing that they're not last in that. You know what I mean? That's a testament to their schedule.
Yeah, totally. And it's just.
And they've held some. They've been in a lot of games.
Unlucky luck of the draw.
Yeah. Tough lead. For the Whalers, Aaron Hanlon leads the attack with 3 goals. Jake Johnson's got a couple of goals. Single tallies from Miles Bodette, Andrick Mooney, and Jake Grant and Tyler Miller. And the Whalers will hold possession here to begin things in the second half. Good spin by Hanlon to gain the zone, and the Whalers can operate here.
Such a great stick handle.
First possession of the second half, up 6. Miller swings it over. Johnson at the top of the zone. They'll reverse it back. Again, Panthers extending that defense out. Lots of space in between. Definitely a man-to-man. Johnson makes a move around. Here's a rip. Save made. Brady Johnson got a good look on that one. And he was able to make the save. Let's see if they can get a clear and try and crawl back into this thing. Whalers have done a good job on the clear. Forcing a couple of turnovers.
That was almost an over and back.
But Frazier able to get there. So Hanson now able to operate here down 9-3. Their opening possession of the second half. Here's Hamlin defending against Quinn Alexander. He goes to the left, but he'll swing back to the right.
See, they got good stick handlers.
Has 2 of the 3 goals for the Panthers. And there's another penalty on Canton Jenkinson. It's his second.
He might get another one here.
Olszewski through one. Pass in front, and good job by think that was Tyler Miller on the backside of it to ward off, but it'll be a penalty on Canton Jenkinson here with the slash.
Man down defense coming in.
Bouchard
and Soren Edwards.
That's actually number 15, excuse me, Paxton Fitch with a good job to
get in there.
Olszewski, again, they've had, I think this is their 4th power play opportunity for Hanson. They have not scored on one. Here's a chance off the post. Another shot.
Chase it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. He's closest to the end line.
Pretty
He's not
quick
closest
whistle.
to the shot. It's closest to the end line.
So, tough call there for the Whalers, as Jenkinson able to hustle back, but not rewarded with the call. Still 25 seconds left on the penalty. Again, another pass inside.
Oh, lucky.
Jarred loose.
Jeremy
Yates.
guarding that
Oh,
cage.
another
Jeez, look at
good
that
shot
hand
that
speed.
just got over the net. Jenkinson was there with the net. Good pressure applied here by the Panthers on the power play. 10 seconds left, 5 seconds left. Let's see if they can get a quick shot. Olszewski rips it off the post again. Way up into the air.
That's Nantucket ball.
And that should be Nantucket ball, and it is. So it'll be Hanlon trotting on.
Soren Edwards taking it in.
As the Whalers survive 5 shots on that power play opportunity.
Look at Jake. Look at Jake. Look at you guys.
Yates up ahead.
There you
He's
go.
got
Nice.
Mooney
Great throw.
on the run. Nice pass to gain the clear. Jake Grant swings it up top. Here's a shot by Hanlon. Whoa, look out. A laser there. And the Whalers will save the possession. Back up top, it's Miller who tracks it.
On time, next time.
8:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Still 9-3.
Let's go, Whalers!
There's a move by Miller. He gets tripped. Flag goes down. And that will stop the clock as Hanson gained the possession. So the Whalers will go on the man up here.
They need a goal. Did they call push?
A hold.
So 30-second technical.
So just a 30-second player advantage here for the Whalers. So they'll have to do something here fairly quickly to take advantage of the man up. Already up 9-3. Again, that sort of magic number is 7. There's Hanlon. Gains some space. Defender down, pass in front, shot save made. Grant right at the doorstep. Nice job by the defender to flip it back to the goalie, Johnson.
Great save.
And they will have killed off this penalty unless something crazy happens here. Jake Grant jumps the goalie, but Johnson able to handle it. Oh, just gets the timeout called there. Again, good use of it to save the possession, and just 1 second left on the penalty. So Hanson will have the ball coming out of the timeout. We've got 7:35.
But now
on the
they've
clock.
got a clear. I wonder what the clock is at, because they've already eaten up like 10. It's got to be double figures. They've only got a certain amount of time to get the ball over the line.
Does it reset with the timeout, though?
Yeah, I don't believe it shouldn't.
Right. But maybe it's
Let's
like in
see if they're
basketball,
going to
you
discuss
get
this.
to move it up to the.
No,
Yeah.
no, they've got to have the ball back there where they
Yeah.
called it.
Well, we'll
And
see.
What is how much time do they have?
You could look on the YouTube, but
On the
it's hard to say.
YouTube.
It's hard to say coming up because you and I guessing.
I
But
wonder,
you're right.
I
they
wonder
definitely
if that's
use
what they're
the clock.
discussing right now, is
Yeah,
how much
could
they've
be.
got to get the. Nantucket's their ride today has been the most effective that I've seen it this year.
Yeah.
Hard work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hard work.
So 7:35 to go. Again, no scoring here in the third quarter so far. 9-3 was the halftime score. Whalers with the lead. but Hanson definitely has been game. They had an opportunity with a man up and got off 4 solid shots. Could have been a 5th shot if you wanted to get technical, and the Whalers were able to survive. Jenkinson with a couple of good saves, a couple of shots hit the posts. And I think you can hear Coach Aloisi saying, "We got an opportunity to force a turnover here if we can just
but now see,
ride it up." Ball down and out of bounds. Whalers do force
Doesn't
the
matter
turnover
anymore how much time they got because it's our ball.
Bodette able to power his way into the zone.
This guy is like...
Hey, Jordan,
Johnson over to Mooney.
Jordan
Behind the net, it's Jake Grant. The Whalers move it around the perimeter. Shot whizzes wide. Miller tried to quick shot. Here's a quick pass in. Ripped wide. And Grant back there. Mooney actually back there on that side. Johnson moves it back to the point. Tyler Miller.
Nice lefty throw.
A switch. Run around. Here's Mooney. Good pass inside.
Yes.
Shot. Score.
Left hand.
Miles Bodette with the offhand. Great catch.
No, actually, it was Andrick with the left hand.
Excuse me.
Setting that up. If he's not going lefty there, that goal does not happen. He does not get that feed off. That's how it's just so important. It's so great to see that stick in his left hand.
So Bodette with the goal. And a great pass from Andrick Mooney. That's at least his 2nd assist of the day. And the Whalers hit double digits and get back to that magic number of 7.
Great feed. Yes, nice.
Stringer.
Soft hands.
And Jake Johnson able to combine up for that one.
Scoop that up quick.
As we approach 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd.
Nice.
Whalers with the ball and the lead. Up 10-3. Good dodge. Ah, tough pass off Miller's stick.
No man ball. Come on. Great.
Able
nice
to
job,
scoop quickly,
Tyler.
though. Nice job on the ground ball. Mooney makes a move to the right.
Boom.
Shot. Goes behind.
Man back.
Goes
Smart
by.
play.
It was Tyler Miller from the top of the zone. And here's Stringer sprinting in. Johnson spins out of one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Hanson forces a turnover.
There's some wheels.
Good job by Versace to gain the zone, but
Nice
he turns it
pass.
over.
Okay, now find the
Whalers
open
with
cut towards him.
a 3-on-3.
That's it. Get a little closer.
That.
That's it.
Into
Here
Jake
we go.
Grant, turns
Boom.
around and fires overhand. What a goal.
That was sweet.
The Jakes have had their impact here this afternoon.
Want to see that? What an on-field camera for that shot. That was just like the goal we watched earlier.
Absolutely.
It was the NCAAs.
Checking
Actually,
out Cornell, the number one team.
Cornell and
in some
Richmond
trouble.
are in a tight game. Let's see what's going on here.
So Whitfield back in on the X, even though the X is more
Done
off
a
to
great
the
job
side.
today at the face-off X.
Scooped, and the Whalers will gain another possession. Whitfield sprints into the zone, loses it. They jump the goalie. He's able to get the pass off.
Yeah, their ride today has been much more aggressive.
Mooney hounding. Jake Grant jumps the goalie again, and there's a ball down. Got to be time. That's got to be.
There you go. Finally, the 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was a long 20 seconds.
Richmond is up 6-4 against the number one
my
seed
goodness.
in the NCAA lacrosse tournament.
Upsets brewing. Glad there's no upset brewing here today.
4 minutes left in the second.
11-3 is our score. Grant
pushed
turns
him
it over,
out.
however. Good defense there by the Panthers.
Marco, come. If you're coming.
Johnson
Hurry.
sprints it out, and we'll pass it up. Long pass off the stick of Canton Jenkinson.
Jeez.
Nifty. Just nifty.
It reminds me a lot of from last year.
Michael Calkins was just
no, but even oh my God, I just drawn a total blank on
Strony.
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter with those.
Pass in front
Another
again.
one
Another
right
overhand. Hanlon with the
Putting the
rip.
sword away after the shot.
Unbelievable. Great stuff. As the Whalers notch their 12th goal, they've opened it up here with 3 goals in the quarter. And we've got a timeout, and Suge
Looks like he
perhaps
may be
making
going
his
in.
way out there. We'll see. So the Whalers up 12-3 now with 3:24 to go. Coach Sabins calls timeout. We'll keep it right here once again, as our next broadcast will be Monday. Back to the girls lacrosse team, and as they take on Monomoy looking for the season sweep. They'll play Monomoy twice in a row. They played them yesterday and won off island 8-4.
Hey, bring it in. Let's go, White.
I believe it was Mason Lower leading the offensive attack with 3 goals, despite playing with a slightly injured arm. Well, an injured arm. She injured it against Falmouth, so glad to see her playing all right. And New Bodette nursing an ankle injury. We saw her gritting it out the other day.
Talk about guts.
Yeah.
Execute on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So that's what I meant to bring up earlier. Is just it just seems to me that the girls' ranking should be higher.
Yeah.
You know, they're so, and I have not seen the official MIA, but just on Lax Power, or
Yeah.
Lax numbers,
Yeah.
they are down where just all their losses are quality.
Yeah. They've lost, they've won a couple by 1 goal. They've lost a couple by 1 goal. Really, they haven't been blown out.
Yeah, it's
by anybody.
And then, to beat CCA,
and to
after
beat CCA
losing.
off island,
Exactly.
against CCA. I mean, that's a huge statement win to say the least.
6 goals by
and then to
ninth
back
grader.
it up with a win here,
And then a
against
win
quality
over,
squad,
going
and
back
then go
over.
to Monomoy on the other side. 3 days. You travel twice
that
in
is
3
a
days.
grind.
It's a grind for anybody, for just a person, let alone a team. But they have gelled together.
Well-deserved day off.
Yeah.
2 days off. They get the weekend off. Come on,
go.
let's get it.
So I see number 30, Olszewski, for the Panthers on the sideline talking to Tyler, so we'll hope he is okay, because that is their key offensive cog. He scored 2 of the 3 goals, including a penalty, a man-up opportunity there in the last time. So a tall task becomes a little taller if the Panthers can't play with their own their best player. Great
There you
anticipation
go.
by Canton Jenkinson with that long ball. He'll just sprint through. Oh, surgeon. Just show it off, number 2.
Like a beefier Hunter.
Woo. Not afraid of the contact by any means. I know Mama Trudell. Mama Jenkinson's like, easy. There's nothing easy about
And his
those
father's over
boys.
there saying, hit it harder.
And we'll have a penalty flag thrown, so something on the Hanson side here. See if the Whalers can take advantage with 2 for 1.
Get a good shot here.
Yeah. Jake Johnson at the top of the zone.
So they got
2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Whalers have scored 3 times and have held the Panthers scoreless.
Miles Bodette has moved into that left attack position. With Lashuza.
Oh, highlight reel stuff from Aaron Hanlon, and it will be a 2-for-1. He breaks an ankle on the spin move and hammers it home for his 5th goal of the afternoon. Welcome to ESPN.
That kinesthetic sense coming out again.
You may have to send that one into ESPN, baby. That was beautiful. 13-3. Too bad Beat Tap wasn't around for that one. And Olszewski is being looked at still, so again, we'll hope he's okay because that's a key cog for them. But clock will now run here as the Whalers are up double digits. Good kick. Nice move by Versace. And he runs in with that long pole, loses it.
What happens when you hit that bottom hand? Nice.
Good pass.
Another
so
big
the Panthers
boy.
able to do something here maybe with the last 45 seconds.
Nice stick handling by number 8.
And Canton able to intercept. He spins and gets cracked in the head. That'll draw a flag. Clock will stop with 23 seconds to play here in the third.
You know, and all these young men, their brains are still developing, and with Canton's aggressiveness that he's playing with, the other team is going to increase their aggressiveness.
Yeah, of course, they're going to reply.
On Canton singling himself out, you know, you somewhat make yourself a target. And you're at the
so they
mercy.
extended out to 30 seconds. It was more like 26, but that's all right. Because the clock running with the 10-goal advantage, the Whalers still get an opportunity here. Man up for a minute with 30 seconds left in this quarter.
Here we go. Marco Lashuza out on the field.
Yes. Number 35. Quick hello to TJ and his family.
And he may be small in stature, but he is the biggest guy in the field right now.
Yeah, he can rifle it. Here's Hanlon. Miller. Back to Hanlon. Shot. Oh, just missed that bottom
Marco
corner.
doing his job, backing it up.
Clock stops with 3 seconds. And wisely, the Whalers will just hang on to it.
Don't let that ball.
We'll see if they call for a faceoff because there was a pass. Either way, we've reached the end of the third quarter. Whalers have busted it open here with 4 goals. They held the Hanson Panthers to nothing in the third. We'll take a break. Whalers up now 13-3.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
to welcome you back to live action here as we get ready. Unfortunately, the Whalers passed the ball instead of holding on to it, so there will be a face-off to begin the fourth quarter here.
You know that Marco Lasciusa will never do that again.
Right.
It's a good lesson. And they're up
get a little talking
13-3, you know, so it's how you learn.
Long
that's
as
a push
that's a penalty. So just like that, 15 seconds into the game, the fourth quarter.
It's just a loose ball push, though. It's just a change of possession. I don't think it's a penalty.
No, they're flagged down.
Is there? That's a loose ball possession. Yeah, see, then no whistle, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Check.
Yeah.
Nice call, Coach. Nice call, baby. But it will be possession. 6-on-6, just the infraction. So clock will start once again and will run as long as the Whalers can hold that 10-goal advantage. That looked like a pass. Suge in net for the fourth quarter. So Suge Molly.
And then not a shot.
And turnover, okay.
Yeah, Nantucket ball. I guess they were
Suge.
closer. Let's see Suge.
In net, love it.
This is awesome. Let's see them do something here.
And he will not handle it properly, but gets bailed out by Nick Yates.
That is his brother.
Or Ben Yates, excuse me. And here's Canton Jenkinson with the long pole. Hanlon surveys right in front.
No,
oh,
time space. Marco making up for the
Marco with the goal.
Look at that timing, too. He held on to
a highlight,
that.
little fake, and then the underhand. Love it.
And you gotta love that composure. That's an I want the ball in my hands type of composure.
Absolutely. Not afraid of the moment. Knew he had the advantage. Faked out Johnson and netted goal number 14 for the Whalers. As again, that clock will continue to run.
Come on,
Johnson.
Go get it. Nice.
Overran it. Whitfield recovers, however.
Okay,
And
now hold on to that
down.
ball. Hold on to that ball.
Got a flag.
Fake.
We can get a 2-for-1. Here's Bodette.
Take your time. So now we've got, I don't know who's
21
is.
I don't know. I don't have a
He's
21 on
JV
our
player.
On our roster. We'll have to find
sure
out who
who
that
that
is. Here's Whitfield.
Boom.
Shot. Save.
Good save. Very, very good save. That was a great
And
shot.
flag should stop things, I believe. Clock continues to run.
Oh, they're going to put Jeremy in on.
Canton in on the man up.
Jeremy's going to get on offense. He's got to put some arm pads on or they're going to call him. Exactly.
So the Whalers again able to do. Oh. Whalers with a man up here. Already up 14-3. Here's Canton Jenkinson, or Hanlon, excuse me, from deep. And he notches his 6th goal of the afternoon. Looks like Tyler Miller might get the assist. And the Whalers have broken this thing open here in the second half. They've scored 5 times. And Hanson has kind of run out of steam. Again, they're playing without their best offensive player, too, co-captain Olszewski.
And who do we have in here on the faceoff?
Finn Olszewski, I should say.
Who is this on faceoff?
Hey, what up, Andrew?
Andrick taking the faceoff.
And Soren Edwards with another flag down.
Those guys kind of got tied up there.
And it'll be Mooney getting the ball, but it looks like Hanson will be on the power play here. And they are going to get Jeremy Jenkinson in on offense.
That was not a cross.
My only thing with this is just don't get hurt. So the Whalers having some fun here this afternoon. They put up 14 goals. They're a man down with 7:05 and counting. But even a goal here wouldn't stop that 10-goal advantage. Nice run by Canton Jenkinson. He's that perfect little gnat. And stays on the line. Oh, that barely caught the line. I guess it's the line, not over the line.
It is the line.
Okay,
definitely.
So it was out then.
Come on,
just
make
by
it good. Nice grab. I can't. Oh my God.
He gains his own.
He is in the zone today.
Whalers shorthanded. Here's Lashuza.
The prowess of the stick handling that he has
Off
shown
the
today.
stick of Jake Grant.
Running away.
He gathers it, spins back, and he's got an advantage. Yeah, and I'm not sure. We're going to have to find out who 21 is.
Boom.
Shot.
Good wheels, wheels, wheels. Nice. He's got it.
Approaching 6 minutes to play here.
Nick Yates. Nick Weisentanner's in.
Low shot, saved by Johnson. All right.
Uzziah, I think they're saying, or what's his name?
Oh, come on.
Exactly.
Just unnecessary there.
He's got to get off the
Whalers.
field. He can't use a stick. Exactly. You have to get off the field.
So clock will stop with 5:12. And Jeremy Jenkinson's
going
coming
on
in
D.
with
I'd rather see him on defense. See, this is just where, like as I was saying earlier, these developing minds get a little angry and start targeting each other.
I mean, I'll be honest, I would love to see Jenkinson to Jenkinson. I always loved him saying that in hockey. But Canton's on the sidelines, and we've got a whole bunch of new names here that we do not have numbers for. So we'll do our best to.
We got Drake Grant out there.
Jake
now
Grant
has got it.
And
now
Marco,
Andrick.
Mooney.
And there's Tyler.
Oh, they tried to get it to Jeremy. They're going to work it around for 13. He's got it. Oh, could have went for the behind the back there.
Just be careful, you know what I mean?
Oh, nearly got an assist.
Just be careful.
It would be his first offensive point of the year.
Yeah, but you just don't want the other team to just take a free shot at him either.
So a 2-minute penalty.
You force it too much.
And there's still a minute plus on it.
Two-way midi is right now.
There's a man wide open. Shot. Save! Suge with a point-blank save!
They were right there. That is
I believe that's only his second or third save of the year. And they're going right to Jenkinson. He's got it. He was a little surprised.
He's just like his brother.
He pulls it back out. Pass goes. Nice pass over to Grant. Here's Mooney. Low shot. Save made by Johnson. Loose. Oh, nice play by Marco.
He is. I told you, he's the tallest guy out there.
And off the Whalers, that'll be a possession to the
Okay, let's see this
Hanson
ride
Panthers.
that they've been doing. Let's see if they're doing it with this second unit.
So Jenkinson comes off, and
here we go.
Number 21's got a new stick. Again, I apologize. We do not have who number 21 is for the Whalers.
Nice. What do we got? They know.
Offsides on Hanson, so
2, 4,
it's 6.
6 right there. And that's what they're supposed to have. I wonder if they didn't get it in the box. You've got to
get it in the box. Whatever it was, they didn't.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't get it done.
So the Whalers can play some keep away here and pick up another victory.
Boom.
Shot goes wide. Looking for that top corner. Whalers are back there to hang on to it.
Come on.
Pass goes in front. Just off the stick.
Goalie's got it. There you go.
Deep
Nice
pass.
clear.
Off the stick, but recovered.
Ball down,
Nicely
ball
done by
down.
number 9, Caleb Roos. But turns it over.
Look at this.
Oh, nearly
so
a
close.
perfect pass to Bodette.
That was a great feed.
And the leadership never stops as Aaron Hanlon's getting the excited kids who want to get in on the action back into the box. Get your heads straight. 2:30 and counting here as the Whalers are in complete control. They have shut out the Panthers here in the second half and are cruising here. The score now 14-3. And here's Yates. Absorbs a hit. Absorbs another one. Hangs on to it. Turns and flips it over. Bodette can hang on to it here as we approach 2 minutes to play. Roll dodge, unsuccessful. Bodette over to Jenkinson. Shot scores! JJ nets it for his first career point. It has to be.
It's got to be. There's got to be an assist in there somewhere on a Gilman.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen one on the books. Fantastic stuff as the Whalers. I don't even. Yeah,
I gotta go to the YouTube for that one.
There. Wow, great stuff. Great stuff. And the Whalers notched their 15th goal here with 1:20 and counting. Bouchard sprints on to finish off the formation. He's getting goosed on the sideline.
From the top of the box,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Oh
it wasn't
my
just
God.
point blank.
I
little
forget,
rinky
too,
dink.
he's a lefty.
Right? So, Bouchard able to scoop. Ooh, nice movement there. And Nick Yates scoops it and loses it. Oh! And that's the kind of stuff we need to avoid.
Exactly,
That's exactly the stuff we need to avoid.
This game is over. This game is over. We're done.
And the Hanson coach, I don't know.
Come on, dude. Go defense. Just let him hold it. Easy. Easy. Ben. Yo, calm. I'll go for him.
So emotions have gotten the better of the boys here in the final little bit.
There's 10 seconds left. Go, Nick, go. Yeah, Nick.
And that'll do it. The final for Vito Capizzo Stadium is 16-3. The Whalers shut out the Panthers in the second half and earn the victory. They will move to 9-4 on the season. The highlight, of course, Jeremy Jenkinson scoring his first varsity point on offense.
From the top of the box.
From the top of the box. Aaron Hanlon led the way with 6 goals. Bodette with 2. Johnson with 2. Jake Grant with 2. Marco scores a goal. Mooney scores 1. Miller also with a single tally. We're back at it on Monday. Your final thoughts from today. What do you got for us, Hammy?
They need, when it really comes down to it, still, as great as this was, control your emotions.
Yeah.
That's it. You really have to. It's just the bottom line is that scoreboard and that clock.
Yeah.
In the back of the net.
Teams are going to get after you.
Teams
are going to get
That's
after
exactly it.
And unfortunately,
on both sides, no matter what, and it's difficult though too, because on the other side,
you got guys whacking you with the stick.
So it's very difficult
to
and do whatever you can do to just take all that out of the game and make it's the mentality you've got to have if you want when you're playing against a great team. That reciprocation can cost you the game.
Gets called all the time.
So you've just got to stay under control, and they're going to have today off, and
I'm not sure when they play
they play again, but on Monday, what are they going to do on Monday to get better?
Exactly.
That's it, because it's all about winning the last game of the year.
There you go. The Whalers, the reigning Division IV champions, and they showed out today, shutting out the Hanson Panthers in the second half and winning 16-3. We'll be back at it on Monday. The girls take on Monomoy after defeating them off island. They will look for another victory, an impressive run of 3 wins in 3 days for the girls. So can't wait to get back there. It's going to be we'll have to see who shows up for that one. For us up here in the booth, it might be me running the whole show. That's fine. I can't wait. Hopefully you Whalers Nation have a wonderful weekend. Whalers pick up the victory here 16-3. Gentlemen, always a pleasure. For Hammy Hurd, Sean Davis, and the entire crew at NCTV and the NSC, I am Chris Morris. Whalers win. We'll see you on Monday, Whalers Nation.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Should not be a matter to be decided by the male-dominated legislatures.
You are each your own wild woman. May we raise